My camera makes me look like I'm tired. I look a little bit tired because, man, I've had a long day today. Like, I've been trying to make this video for like the whole day since morning, because in the morning I tried to make it and didn't work out, so I had to go to work. And after I came back from work, I just had to come back and try it, and I realized it was because of my system. I had to update my system, so that's why everything was lacking and acting up. So without further ado, so today's video is going to be about some conspiracy, conspiracy, whatever the word, but you get what I'm trying to say. So it's about the HIV conspiracy. So back in the day, we heard that HIV had started, or it came from monkeys, something like that. So they were trying to play the same card as COVID, that COVID came from bats and all that, right? So all these things is not, they're not coming from me, they're coming from them, right? So they said all these things that, okay, it's coming from these animals and all that. And my question is like, okay, how did it get to like humans? It's crazy. It doesn't make sense. Then there's another conspiracy that goes like, all these diseases, like they came from what you call this, it's like military, I don't know how to put it. They were made by the armies, the first world armies, not like first world army, the first world military intelligence, right? So that they can use it as a weapon, right? Like a biochemical or bio weapon, so that like if it affects your immune system, then you're not going to be able to fight in the battlefield, something like that. So there are a lot of conspiracies around the whole thing, but the reason why I pulled up this Nas track, and just we're not gonna listen to the whole track, but we're just gonna listen to this particular part, cause like the metaphors and similes in rap music, how everything goes, like one thing can mean 1,000 things as long as it sounds the same as the other, right? So this is what I came up with, right? So whenever I listen to this song, that part for me, it sounds like 2024, right? Or just close your eyes and listen to this part.
All I had, 2020 flows, everything getting exposed.
Pause. 2020 flows, everything's getting exposed. Close your eyes and listen to this part. It sounds like 2024, everything is getting exposed, right? We know like a lot of things have started getting exposed like by the end of 2023, but right now we're seeing a lot of exposure on a lot of things that we usually, like the normal people, never thought were possible, right? So why am I saying that? It's because of this video right here. Look at this. This is not me, this is them, right? So I think just have to, yeah, it's right here. So I'm just gonna play it, listen, and tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
This was the man who finally brought it to them. Sir Brian Langstaff, chair of the Infected Blood Inquiry.
This disaster was not an accident.
Pause. This disaster was not an accident. These are not my words. Which means the same thing as COVID, it was not a disaster. The outbreak of COVID, it wasn't a disaster. It didn't just come out of the lab just like that, right? It was manufactured, and there are so many other disasters like Zika virus, the Ebola virus. All of these were not like, they didn't just come out of the blue like, oh, okay, we're here, It was created in a lab, right? And then they took it out and tested on people, and then they know, like, if a lot of people are dying, or if a lot of people like they're sick, we can drain the money from the government. The government is going to buy the medicine and give it to their people for free, because they're using the tax money to pay for the medicine which is insane at the same time. Just to think about it. I don't know. Let's continue.
People put their faith in doctors and in the government to keep them safe, and their trust was betrayed.
COVID, Ebola, all these viruses that have affected a lot of people and killed a lot of families. Even HIV has killed millions of people, and it is still killing till today, right? Till today. I know a lot of people, like on my closest, not like closest, like, because my childhood friend's mom was HIV positive, but there was a chance that she couldn't have been because, okay, if they never took this thing out of the lab, she was never going to be, right? A lot of people probably that you know might have had this disease, right? Or might have died from this disease. But that was like, how to say this? It could have been easily avoided if they didn't take it out of the lab. But they took it out of the lab because they knew what they were doing, right?
It has long been described as the worst treatment disaster in the history of the NHS. Thousands infected, affected and dead. Today, the long-awaited inquiry found systemic, collective and individual failures to deal ethically, appropriately and quickly with the risk of infections being transmitted in blood, with the infections when the risk materialised, and with the consequences for thousands of families.
Just to rephrase that, they had to add a little bit, like in between thousands of families, like, let me not talk too much. They had to add something. You know what I'm about. You know what I'm thinking, right?
Those
It's thousands of innocent families. Innocent families. They made this disease so that they can control the populations of the world population, right? So if people that are going to be scared of like mating just because you might get sick. You see?
infected were haemophiliacs or had other bleeding disorders, and then there were those infected by transfusions after childbirth or surgery, those with sickle cell or leukemia.
Factor VIII is literally a lifesaver for many of the country's 5,000 or so haemophiliacs.
This was because blood was not screened for hepatitis or HIV, and in the case of Factor VIII clotting agent for those with haemophilia, at least half of the blood plasma used here was imported from America and was from donors including drug addicts and prisoners. Jason
Bro, there's a lot to digest from this. So I'm not going to waste your time, but I'm just going to link this video down below so that you can just go watch it by yourselves. Because if we continue, we're going to open a ton of rabbit holes, bro. And then we are not going to stop. But either way, right? All what I try to bring to you guys, just awareness, like, be aware of this video, be aware of this type of information. Go check it out by yourself, learn by yourself. Don't believe what I'm saying, but just go and look up this information by yourself and see if it is true or not. All right, so without further ado, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. This is like a different type of vibe, but like the reason I'm just linking this to music because I love music, and it is, it's Nas, bruh. 2024, everything is getting exposed. 2020 flows, bro. Everything is in the Aquarius. There's this saying that is going around, or this thing that is going around, that we are in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is water. Our core is water, right? 2020 flows. What flows? Water flows, right? Maybe I'm making shit up, but hey, it is what it is. If you believe me, don't believe me. I'm not asking you guys to believe me. Please just research this, right? Research it and find out more information by yourself. Let's learn, man. Let's start asking questions, because we need to start asking the right questions. Why this, why that, and why not that? See you on the next one.